Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, the big news for the day already came out and I already made a video on it. I still can't believe it. Activision actually made a statement about skill-based matchmaking and they're going to be talking more about it in the future. That's pretty crazy if you ask me, but along with that, they of course gave us a bunch of details for Season 1 of Modern Warfare 3, and all the news here so far is pretty damn good, so I wanted to go ahead and cover that. As always, when it comes to a new season, we're going to be getting a roadmap. Here you can see that Season 1 will be launching on December 6th, and there's going to be a lot of content between Warzone, the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, as well as zombies. But I think we can break this down into nice bite-sized sections, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. When it comes to the new multiplayer maps for Modern Warfare 3, we're going to have Meat, as well as Greece launching right there on day 1 of Season 1. 2 original multiplayer maps will be added to the game, and then with Season 1 Reloaded, we're going to see the map Rio launching. So it will be nice to have 3 original maps being added to the game. As fun as it's been to actually go through and, just sit there and play on the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps over and over, they're not really new, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen these maps time and time again. If you played back in the day, the honeymoon phase is pretty much over. You've seen these maps before. It will be nice to play on some original maps and have them added to the map pool, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. When it comes to the new guns, we have 5 of them in total. At the launch of Season 1, we're going to have the XRK Stalker Sniper Rifle, we're going to have the Ram 7 Assault Rifle, as well as the Stormmender Launcher. It's going to apparently be kind of like an EMP style launcher. It looks interesting for sure. And then with Season 1 Reloaded, we're going to get a submachine gun in the form of the HRM9, and then a light machine gun in the form of the TAC Evolve Ray. I probably butchered that name, but yeah, new assault rifle, new submachine gun, new sniper rifle, new light machine gun, and a new launcher, which is definitely nice because if you're going for interstellar camo and maybe there's a couple of guns within the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer that you just don't want to mess around with, well, you can choose to swap those weapons out for some of these Season 1 weapons and do them instead, which is always nice to have that kind of variety there. When it comes to brand new game modes, there's actually going to be a lot of them. Season 1 is going to bring back Gunfight, which is pretty cool, though interestingly enough, there's only going to be one original gunfight map being added with Season 1, which is going to be the map you're looking at right here, Training Facility. The other 4 maps, there's going to be 5 maps total for gunfight. The other 4 maps are going to be Alley, Black Site, Exhibit, as well as Shipment, all returning from Modern Warfare 2, which is a little bit lame, not gonna lie. Like, you would think if they're bringing back Gunfight and 2v2 and 3v3 and all that, that it would be nice if we had more original maps, but I think fans are just gonna be happy that the game mode itself is going to be returning. Now, on top of that, we're gonna see the return of All or Nothing, which is definitely a popular party mode. Infected is going to be returning, Headquarters is going to be returning, but more interestingly, during Season 1 Reloaded, they're going to add a brand new game mode called Vortex, and I'm actually pretty excited about this. So Vortex is going to be a free-for-all game mode where one person in the lobby at the very beginning of the match spawns in with the ray gun, and then whoever kills the person that's holding the ray gun, they suddenly become equipped with the ray gun. So it's going to be a free-for-all, but one person in the lobby is always going to have a ray gun. But to make the mode even more interesting, they decided to add remixed maps for the game mode itself. The maps are going to be called Satan's Quarry, Spore Yard, and Tetanus, I think is the name of the 3rd map. That's weird, right? We're looking at the remixed version of Scrapyard right here. It's going to be called Spore Yard. So when you're playing that game mode, you're going to have these weird map remixes in that particular game mode, which definitely sets things up in the future for them to do more remixes with the multiplayer maps and change them up and redesign them and just give them a whole new fresh coat of paint, which will definitely make them feel a bit more interesting. Again, I'm not trying to harp on the Modern Warfare 2 maps too much. I still love them to this day. I loved them back in 2009 and I still love them. But when you've played them as much as I have, over time, you get a little bored of them almost. It's not that you don't like them, it's just you've seen the same maps over and over and over. So when they're remixing them here and changing up things about the lighting and the graphics and some of the terrain and whatnot, that's going to make the maps even more interesting, and I'm excited to see what, if anything, they're going to be doing with that idea going forward after Season 1. But yeah, lots of new game modes are going to be coming. Now, when it comes to other aspects of the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, there's going to be a new combat vest. We did know that going forward, we're going to be getting new combat vests, new pieces of gear, new things like that. Well, this vest seems pretty damn powerful, and I'm wondering how it's going to change up the overall vibe of the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. So the combat vest is going to be called Assassin. Basically what it's going to be is it's going to come pre-equipped with Ghost, but when you're rocking that combat vest, you don't have to move for Ghost to actually take effect. If you equip the Ghost piece of gear, you have to be moving to be able to hide from the UAV. Well, not when you're rocking the Assassin combat vest. You can stand still and you'll still hide from the minimap, which definitely sounds like one of the most popular vests that we're ever going to see. Like right now, it really seems like everyone's rocking infantry or engineer, depending on if they're doing challenges, right? But then when this thing comes out and when people have their guns leveled up and maybe they're not as focused on challenges or things like that, I can see a lot of people rocking the Assassin vest. It also opens up your gear slots so you don't have to rock Ghost, and rather you can put things like flak jacket or tac mask on. So we'll see. It sounds pretty damn powerful. And then on top of that, we're going to have a couple new kill streaks. The EMP is going to be returning as a 13 kill streak, and then the Swarm from Black Ops 2 is going to be returning as a 15 kill streak. Now, as always with a new season, there will be new levels. The new level cap is going to be 250 with 5 prestiges and prestige challenges for you to go through, similar to the challenges that we had back in Modern Warfare 2. It does suck that we have the seasonal prestige system returning, but oh well, we knew going into this that we were going to have that, and it's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then on top of the new level cap and on top of the prestige challenges, we're going to have new weekly challenges and new weekly challenge rewards to actually go for, which is pretty cool. Now, something I'm personally very excited about, you guys know me, I made whole documentaries basically on things like Days of Summer and Winter Siege and Shamrock and Awe. It looks like we're going to have a holiday event called Codmas. So Santa Claus is going to show up on certain maps and whatnot. He's going to be similar to Krampus that we saw back in Call of Duty Vanguard. There's going to be holiday themed maps like the return of Shipmas, and there's also going to be a map called Hangover, which at first I'm like, well, what's Hangover? I mean, maybe it's just a different name for a multiplayer map, but it turns out Hangover appears to be a holiday version of High Rise for us to play on, which is really cool. Just for me personally, if they're talking about going back to the old school days and really trying to be referential to the older Modern Warfare games, I would love to see the return of Winter Crash. I'm just saying Winter Crash was pretty freaking fantastic, but they did say that Shipmas and Hangover are going to be in there. And then of course we're going to have event challenges and rewards to go for during the Codmas event. So that's pretty cool. And finally, just to kind of wrap things up here, there's going to be 9 new aftermarket parts that are going to be added to the game with Season 1, including an underbarrel flamethrower that can be used on 11 different weapons. That's pretty cool. Ranked play is going to be coming out during Season 1 Reloaded, and if you're interested in DMZ, they're basically trying to tell us that they're not done working on it as of right now, and they're going to be adding new things to it, and they're not going to just let the game mode die more so than they already have. So I just figured I would mention that because I know some of you out there like DMZ, but in general, going back to the roadmap here, there is a lot in the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. That's not even talking about things that are happening in Warzone. It's not even really talking about things that are going to be happening in Zombies with the new Dark Aether rifts and the new pieces of equipment we can get and things like that. I try to focus on multiplayer here in this channel, and there was a lot there, surprisingly. Typically, the seasons are kind of underwhelming, but it seems like we're getting a lot in the multiplayer side of things here with Season 1. And then, of course, people are going to be stoked to be able to play Warzone when Season 1 launches. People are going to be happy about the zombie updates and the zombies changes. I'm still playing Zombies personally. I play it every single day. I'm enjoying it, but, there's so much to Season 1, and I'm hoping this is an indicator of what the post-launch seasons are going to be like going forward, and that Season 1 is not going to be remembered as oh, remember how great Season 1 was, and then they kind of just stopped caring and everything kind of went downhill. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping every season is as content dense as what we see here with Season 1, but of course that remains to be seen, and we're just gonna have to wait to cross that bridge when we get to it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this little update video here today. I just wanted to talk about the content coming with Season 1 on December 6th, and of course I made my video earlier about skill-based matchmaking, and then once Season 1 comes out, they're actually going to be putting out more statements and having more dialogue with the community on skill-based matchmaking. So there's a lot to look forward to right now, and I'm definitely pretty excited about it, and hopefully you guys are as well. But more than anything, hopefully you all enjoyed this video here today. If you did, please drop me a like. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.